A brand new poll shows just how devastating things are for bumbling Biden, and the Democrat-infested legacy media is absolutely freaking out. We're going to take a look at the latest shock poll, and we're going to see precisely why Biden's numbers continue to implode and Trump's continue to soar. You're not going to want to miss this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, back in the studio and here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and absolutely turbulent times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And also, if you would, please share this video with friends and family. We are, unfortunately, once again, being suppressed by big tech. So I need your help to get the hopeful message of this channel out to as many people as possible. A new poll that just came out is absolutely terrifying the Washington establishment. Look at this from Rasmussen. It's a poll that simply asks likely voters, how likely are you to vote for former President Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Look at these results. Among registered Democrats, 30%, 30, are either very likely or somewhat likely to vote for Trump in 2024. I'll say that again. 30% of Democrats say they are likely to vote for Trump in 2024. 20% are very likely. All in all, according to Rasmussen, Trump is winning upwards of 53% of the popular vote. Gang, that's approaching Reagan-Mondale levels, which of course tracks along the lines of the New York Times piece published a couple of weeks back that found that Biden's polling numbers among Black and Hispanic Democrats are actually the worst since Walter Mondale in 1984. Now, this Rasmussen poll comes on the heels of the second poll in 2 weeks that showed Trump with a double-digit lead over Biden. According to the latest Premise Data poll, Trump is beating Biden by 10 points, 45 to 35. And that, of course, came on the heels of the ABC Washington Post poll, the head-to-head poll, that first showed Trump with a double-digit lead, a 10-point lead over Biden. Now, everyone in legacy media back then were running around dismissing the poll as an outlier. They were saying this ABC Washington poll, don't panic, it's just an outlier. These things happen. It's nothing more than an anomaly. We won't ever see a poll like that ever again, never, ever. And then what happened? What happens literally days later? Another poll comes out showing Trump with a double-digit lead. I mean, gang, seriously, you cannot make this stuff up. You got another poll in just days that shows Trump up by 10. And again, it's not an outlier. The latest Messenger poll has Trump up by 4. 45 to 41. The latest Big Village poll has Trump up by 1, 45 to 44. And when we look at the battleground states, it gets even better. The latest poll from the battleground state of Michigan shows Trump beating Biden by a decisive 7 points, 42 to 35. And again, this poll is very suggestive because their nutty Democrat governor, Gretchen Whitmer, she's actually beating Trump 46 to 40 in a hypothetical matchup. So this clearly shows an overwhelming rejection of Biden by Democrats, by Michigan voters who for some reason want that dictator of a governor in power. In Nevada, the latest CNN poll is Biden up by 1, but keep in mind, Trump never even came close to tying Biden in Nevada in 2020. So this is a huge swing towards Trump. And in Ohio, Trump is crushing Biden by double digits, by 12 points. I mean, it's not even a contest. And remember, historically, whoever wins both Florida, where Trump is running away with it, whoever wins both Florida and Ohio wins the election. That is, if there were no shenanigans, or at least not enough to make a difference given the electoral turnout. And so it's no wonder that Trump's support inside the party just continues to consolidate and strengthen. He's now averaging upwards of a 50-point lead over this pathetic pack of opponents in the primary. And the Democrats, as well as the donor class-controlled Republican establishment, they're absolutely panicking over this. Wait until you see what they're admitting. You're going to absolutely love it. But first, gang, we're calling all patriotic Texans. From November 9th to 12th of this year, my team and I will be in Waco, Texas for this year's Texicon. Put on by the esteemed Texas nationalist movement, it represents nothing less than the foremost nationalist secessionist movement in the entire nation, which is a huge hedge if things go awry for us in 2024 and the Democrats play their pathetic election shenanigans again. I'll be doing a live meet and greet for my Insiders Club members at this year's conference, and I hope to see as many Texas Turley talkers as possible. Let's set a new attendance record and show the woke demons in D.C. that patriots have had enough, and we are going to preserve a society of faith, family, and freedom one way or another. Click on that link in the description below to get your tickets now, and I'll see you all in Waco. When all is said and done, voters simply like Trump better than Biden. It's really as simple as that. They had 4 years of Trump, and they've had 3 years, disastrous years of Biden, and the vast majority of the population like Trump's tenure better than Biden's. All the polls show it. The latest Suffolk poll on the economy found that 70% of the population believes that the economy is getting worse, and those same voters trust Trump over Biden with the economy by double digits. The latest Marquette poll shows the same for all the major issues facing voters. Trump is crushing Biden in every single major issue. So when asked who would handle the economy better, Trump beats Biden by 24 points, 52-28. Who would handle the southern border better? Again, Trump beats Biden by 24 points. Again, I had to do a double take on that. Only 24 points on the southern border. Who would handle inflation better? Trump beats Biden by 23 points, 50-27. Who would create more jobs? Trump by 19. Who's better with foreign relations? Trump by 5. That's probably gone up even more since the Israeli thing. Even Brit Hume is admitting this. The never-Trumper Brit Hume. Look at what he had to say with regard to Trump's foreign policy.
He's not wrong about that, and whatever you think of Donald Trump and however you feel about him does not mean that the policies that he adopted on our border, on Israel's border, and in the Middle East were not preferable to the mess we've got now. And you see, Tony Blinken, and maybe U.S. intelligence doesn't back up what the Wall Street Journal is reporting, but I believe it, what the Wall Street Journal is reporting, and it means that not only do we have to recalibrate our attitude toward Israelis and Palestinians, but we need to stop the fantasy that we can do business with an honorable Islamic regime. There is no such thing.
Yeah, Britt, makes you wonder why you spent so much of your time and energy trying to get rid of Trump in 2020. Yeah, hate to say we told you so, but we told you so. The simple fact of the matter is that Trump was governing with the grain. He recognized that the world was going through a massive process of re-territorialization where centralist, managerial, globalist structures like the EU were starting to break up, and more political decision-making was returning to the local, with populations returning to nation, culture, custom, and tradition, and therefore we could no longer rely on globalist structures to keep the world together. We needed instead to focus on national sovereignty, border security, energy independence, manufacturing self-reliance, and bilateral trade deals. The days of open borders and relying on globalist infrastructure to hold the world together are over. And we're paying a massive price for installing a regime that has thus far failed to recognize that. But it appears that even more and more Democrats are realizing that, and that might make 2024 the biggest electoral shock of them all. Are you ready to join the resistance? Because I'm leading a group of dedicated, courageous patriots who can lead a spearhead into the heart of the secular globalist establishment. We punished Bud Light and Target, driven CNN and the legacy media to near bankruptcy, forced BlackRock to backtrack on ESG, and now we're seeing our conservative-dominated Supreme Court ending affirmative action and protecting religious liberty. In my Insiders Club, I show you concrete steps to take locally and online that will only keep this mass uprising going until the battle is won. Don't wait. Click the link in my description below and join my Courageous Patriots Insiders Club today.